what's a piece of advice, aside from work hard, fucking don't smoke, don't drink, like you just said, what's a piece of advice that you would give to someone, who's wants to be in your shoes? Doesn't matter what city they're in.
Yeah, I would say just like change the way you think about things, because like a lot of people will say everybody wants to be a streamer. I say the same thing about rappers and shit to my homies that are trying to be rappers. Like, you got to think about things in this way. Like, don't think about it on all the people who want to be this thing, all the people that want to be YouTubers, all the people that want to be rappers, all these people that want to be podcasters. Look at the people who do the things that podcasters do, and look at the people who actually do things that rappers do. How many rappers are dropping music videos on a weekly basis, doing shows, engaging with their fans, dropping little snippets and shit, creative videos? How many YouTubers are dropping multiple videos a day, streaming all day, dropping clips on every single platform, going live on TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, doing all the things that the job entails? Once you start to apply that, the number starts to shrink dramatically. It goes from like 95% of people want to be streamers to like 2% of people actually do the thing that you need to do to get to where you want to be. So just do the shit that you see successful people doing and do it consistently. And if it's not working, pivot, address the things that you think are the problems with yourself, evaluate yourself at a true level, like you're somebody that's outside looking in. I always say, would somebody that doesn't know you want to consume this shit that you're putting out? If I'm looking at it and I look at my old music, I would say, no, that music was not shit that people wanted to listen to, and that's why I was not successful. Now I'm putting out content that even if I wasn't me, I would be interested in. I'm filling a void that I wanted to see filled, and now I feel like that's where I found success. So it's just do the things that motherfuckers are actually supposed to be doing every single day. Like I tell people all the time, my homies tell me, I want to be a rapper. It's my only dream. And then you ain't dropped a song in 6 months. Homie, no, it's not. You can't say my whole life surrounds this thing and then you never do that thing. It's like, it's either you do it every fucking day, you're obsessed with it, you can't stop. When you go to sleep, you think about it, or you won't make it. It's either you got to be that all in, or you just want to do shit for a hobby, but just be truthful with yourself and say, this is a hobby. I'm never going to put in enough work to get to the next level, because it takes fucking working hard every day and obsessing over the shit. I didn't have a life. Right now, I don't have a life. I'm going to do these 2 podcasts. I'm going to go pick up my girl from work, come home. Guess what? I'm going to go live again. That's what the fuck I'm doing. And I made it or whatever. I'm on No Jumper. I still feel like I need to work hard every single day. So if you're not on a big platform, you need to be working twice as hard as I am. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, that's what I'll tell people.
Damn. And that's real as fuck, bro. And when you put it like that to somebody, not only do they get disrespected and they feel belittled, they feel like, man, this guy doesn't know what I go through every day. This guy doesn't know the problems I face in life. Fucking my girl just left me. I don't have a car. It's like you just said, no, motherfucker, you don't want it. There's people with even less than you that are doing 3 times more than you.
Facts. Yeah, I got a homie from the host competition, and I used to kind of clown him. He has an Android. He makes all his videos on Android, shitty ass camera on IG. He would drop videos every single day. At one point, he's like a Seattle's Seahawks fan. One of his videos when they was in the playoffs and shit went viral. He's been viral ever since with the shittiest camera ever. He's hanging out with Nate Robinson doing videos now in Washington and shit, doing it up off the Android. So it's like, I don't want to hear nothing. Find an angle, find a creative way to do whatever you're doing and do it every single day. And if it doesn't work, pivot. Try something else. Pivot. Try something else. Somebody that I saw giving a lot of game out recently is Ludwig. He was on the Streamer University shit. If anything, you don't listen to me, just go sub to Ludwin, his second channel, and just watch all of his YouTube advice shit, all of his Streamer U classes, and you will be a better content creator. I study that shit. I take notes on it. I research everything that he said, and I'm applying it to my own channel, and I've been finding more success. So just learn from people, bro. People that are doing it are successful for a reason. They didn't get lucky. That's a part of it, but most of it is hard fucking work and strategizing. Do that shit.
Bro, that I already know the Moose trajectory is, bro, you're gonna be a superstar one day. Fucking this is early as fuck. How many subs do you have right now?
2,500, around 2,500.
Bro, that's gonna be in 6 months, bro. That's gonna be so far in the distance That's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
You
my
have
goal
such
is
an amazing
20K
outlook.
by the end of the year, bro. I appreciate all that, bro. For real. I appreciate, especially with you. You've done it up already. You know what it takes. You do all the shit. You got the good thumbnails. You got the good content. You're pivoting. You're doing different types of content. You know what it takes. So I take that compliment more from you than any other type of person just off the street, because you know the type of shit that it takes. These people don't know what it takes to do this shit. It's hard, and you've been there, and it's hard to keep that shit around. I'm new, so it's exciting. At some point I won't be new, and I'll have to pivot and figure out how to retain these people. You've done that, so I appreciate that for sure.
I appreciate that, bro. And the first question I asked this whole thing was, well, one of the first ones was like, how's your relationship with your friends and family? I asked that because my relationship with my family in particular has really dissolved. Like, not I'm not gonna say it's like not there at all, but like I know I'm not the best son. I know I'm not the best brother because I'm sitting here in front of this camera like every
Yeah.
single day making videos. But I like you're saying, I pray to God that one day I'll be able to take care of what's mine, with off this shit.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I would feel the same. I'm not, what I'm saying, I text my mom and dad, maybe once or twice a week, check on them, make sure they good. They check on me. They're watching all my streams. Sometimes they text me like, hey, don't be saying this type of shit.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah, my
don't be,
mom says
you know what I'm
that.
saying? So definitely they hit my pops. I was just roasting some fool. I didn't see that like the fool's son was in the pic behind him. My pops is like, hey, take that one down because there's a kid in the back. I'm like, you're right. I didn't even see that. I didn't even peep. My bad, pops. You know what I'm saying? So they check me a lot, but I feel like I was never the perfect son. I was chasing music, going on tour, leaving, out with my homies, doing whatever. So it's like I was never, at least they have something to be proud of now. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if I never provide or buy my parents a house, I know they're watching me like, damn, our son's out there cooking motherfuckers in LA right now. Like that, I know that they
That's
believe
fire.
that and they believe in me. I got 2 older sisters. I got nieces and nephews. I know they're in tune with my shit. So I know they're all proud. I know a lot of my family. I got family in LA. They're proud. So even if shit don't work out, I know that this is like a moment in my life that's going to be like solidified in history forever. You could go on YouTube and watch old No Jumper Mooseman episodes. If I got fired tomorrow, I'll still be immortalized forever on YouTube. And it's like, shit, that's cool with me, man, because I'll be with my 2,500 subscribers forever if I have to, and we'll rock out, and it's all good.
No, I think the community that you've built, bro. I see the amount of watchers that you are getting and the percentage to your subscribership, bro. That's amazing. There's YouTubers like me. I have almost 100,000 subscribers, but I only get like 100 to 200 live viewers on a live stream. Like, it's pretty rare. We have to be doing something pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So that's cool as fuck, bro. That you can just do that while sitting down, while talking to him. You're inspiring me, bro. I want to do the weekly news thing. I want to do the nightly news thing, and just talk about things that I find important or I find interesting. Because I've been watching your nightly streams. You've been going live every single day for the month of August so far, right?
Yep. I'm gonna keep it going for sure. I mean, I've gotten probably fucking 400 subs in the past 4 days, so it's like I have to. It's like I feel this pressure. Like I stopped smoking a few weeks ago. I think that was the main thing that made the difference. Is like I just smoke, get too high, and be lazy. I was like, I got no jumper. Why the fuck do I got to go live on my channel? I just did 6 hours of podcast with Food Community and no jumper. What the fuck? But it's like, what am I talking about? What if I get fired from both those places tomorrow? I'll have nothing. I won't be able to pay my rent. So the goal is to make as much money from no jumper off my own YouTube every month. So I could, even pop my shit a little more. Maybe I'll go at him a little harder because I'm not scared of fucking getting fired. Who knows? But there's nothing but good can come from building up your own platform and even seeing your shit. Fools like you inspire me. Like, damn, fool, he got 90,000 fucking subs, and you still grinding, reaching out to people, trying to do shit. Like the work is never done. You know what I'm saying? All the people, like, I always used to use like Nick Merckx as an example, the fucking Call of Duty dude. When I was first getting into YouTube, I looked at his channel. He dropped a video, at least one every single day, whether it was Christmas, his birthday, Easter, fucking New Year's Eve. Every single day that Nick Merckx video is going to drop. And I'm like, these are the motherfuckers that are doing it because they're working that fucking hard. They don't care about the family shit. They don't care about fucking opening presents. They're dropping YouTube videos. And it's like, there's a sadness, like disconnect from reality.
Yeah.
But it's also like it pays off so you could slow that down at some point and then connect back to reality, I guess. So that's like the cost. You feel me?
Yeah, content brain is definitely like, I find myself like I have to actively get off of my phone, just because I'm always trying to find something to just talk about.
Yeah.
I'm looking up news, I'm researching something I already know, or I'm watching a video like that my friend put out or something. It's becoming a problem in my life. I can only assume it's a problem in your life.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I definitely never really disconnect. I get off a stream. I go watch Kyle. I go watch Ricky. I go watch fucking Munchie. You know what I'm saying? I like watching content. I like watching podcasts. So it's like, I don't think it as like me being plugged in all the time, because there is times when I just, go out to lunch and I'm not on my phone at all. I'm not worried about that shit. I'm just thinking about life shit. So it's definitely just, you kind of learn to just balance shit. But once you're in the mix, it's kind of like, you're not as frantic and thinking like, what am I going to do today? What am I going to, it's like, I really do this. It'll come to me, say if I need to take a little 2-hour break, I might take a nap after I get done with this just to chill out for a little bit. But yeah, you definitely need that human side of you and shit for sure. Like, I feel like video games is like my human side. Like, set the phone down. I'll just game for a little bit, disconnect. Working out is that same thing. Put the phone in the bag, go to boxing, go run.
How's the weight loss competition going? You guys seem like you abandoned that shit in like
that shit's cooked. That shit's cooked. I think all of us way more than when we started the weight loss competition. Absolutely, for sure. But I think I'm in better shape for sure now. I probably weigh exactly the same currently than when we started, but
it's muscle now.
Without smoking and doing the boxing shit, I definitely feel like a lot healthier for sure. I just got to get the diet right. That's the biggest part for sure.
I kind of want to take it back to some Colorado shit. People watching this stuff in Colorado would be pissed if I didn't ask you a couple questions about Colorado. Yeah. Do you know any musicians out here?
Colorado. Not off the top of my head, but I know there's a few like essays from out there that I know have blown up, and a couple of norteños from out there. I just can't think of their names, but it's always the Mexican rappers I hear from Colorado.
I would say the most popular Mexican rappers that have came out that you probably know about, Little Travieso.
Yes. Yeah. That would definitely was probably the one that was on the top of my head. I definitely saw the face tats in my head. Yeah, rest in peace.
Rest in peace. He was part of the Parkside Collective. Yeah. And then another big one that 1090 Jake even made a video about was the FBP Collective, FBP West, FBP Mo. They got arrested for doing like, I don't even want to name the number wrong, but it was like almost 100 drive-bys or some shit like that.
Damn. Okay. Yeah. And I just looked them up. They were doing numbers, almost 3 million views per video and shit.
Yeah, they were popping. But aside from the Mexican artists, fuck, I'll have to put you on to some other ones.
Yeah. But you definitely got to put me on for sure.
I don't want to name a big ass list here, and then I have a bunch of messages just being like, "Fuck me, huh? Fuck me."
Oh, that's the worst, bro. I can't stand that shit. The fools do that with the I'm like the Northern California fucking spokesperson to some of these fools. They're like, what do you mean you don't know about little whoop-de-whoop fucking from fucking Hayward? It's like, bro, come on. I can't know everybody. Like, get on my radar and I'll rock with y'all.
For sure. Well, I know you got another podcast to do here at 4:30, bro. What podcast is that?
Oh, no more pods today. I'm going to just go live later, but I'm going to go scoop my girl up from work around that time and bring her back. I think I'm going to go hit Target and shit, go a little grocery shopping, come home and prep. Probably wait till the Tuesday show's over so I don't, step on any toes, go live as soon as they end, and then rock out for another night stream and shit.
Fuck. Actually, that brings up a good point. Adam was bringing up that the fact that you had asked, like, kind of for his, just like, blessing to going on back on Fig this last time. Yeah. Do you find that that's just like a respect thing, or why did you do that?
Yeah, it's like kind of just like and I know how Adam is. Like, I've watched Adam for 10 plus years on No Jumper, so I kind of know, like, I could read Adam. Like, I remember I was having this kind of debate with Ricky, and I was saying, like, when Tam was initially going to Dijon, and Dijon's kind of looked at as like a Adam op. And Ricky was saying, Adam doesn't give a fuck. And people would ask Adam, he'd be like, oh, no, yeah, she's doing fine over there. I think she should go over there more and shit. And it was like this sarcastic ass tone. Yeah. It's like, no, he doesn't. He's going to fucking get rid of her. And Ricky's like, bro, he said he doesn't care. And then lo and behold, Tam gets kicked off and he's like, I think she should stay over there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I asked him just to see if I was going to get that response. Like, yeah, go ahead. See what the fuck happens. You know, like, and then I'll be like, all right, bro, I won't go. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I got him in his office when he was alone. So I knew he'd give me an honest answer. And I'm like, hey, bro, Sharky came to the food pod. Sharky wants me to go on back on Fig. Like, what do you think about that? Like, just know, like, I'm not going to be over there buddy with the ops. They talking shit about you. I'm going to stand on this no jumper business. Like, just know. And he literally like laughed and was like, bro, I don't give a fuck. Like, I promise. You feel me? Like, I don't care. Like, do your thing. Yeah, and I'm sure he was waiting to see how it went. And I think he's very happy with how it went because everyone's like, yo, Moose held it down for no jumper better than anybody's ever been on bat. So it's like, I told him to take a chance and be like, bro, let me go over there. I promise you it's going to work out. And I proved that to him. So I'm sure he's happy with it.
You know, I think, you know, I like you. I've watched No Jumper for 10 years plus. I think Adam, what he wants at this point in No Jumper is a verbal joust. He doesn't want no pushover ass bitch. Someone who actually has a unique opinion. It doesn't even have to be a right opinion. Like, it just has to be worthy enough to stand on 100%. Like, if you waver from it. Like, if you get the chat to make you waver from it in particular, then like it just makes you look like kind of like a weak podcaster, I would say. That's what Adam doesn't want, and I think that's why you played the strongest role in going on to back on Figgy, because you don't drink, or maybe you do drink. I don't know if you're drinking then. You don't smoke, but you were very level headed. You were witty with it, and there's not a lot of people other than Lush that could deliver like that amount of like verbal assault, really. You know, just having the amount of words just ready to go at your disposal like that, that's you're not dumb, basically. I'm not saying other people from No Jumper are dumb,
for sure. I know what you're saying. Just like they're not thinking about podcasts the same way I do. Like, I'm thinking about it like you're saying, like a joust. Like, we're about to go to war right now. When I go into Back on Fig and I know I'm a No Jumper host, I used to work for Back on Fig. I know what they do to No Jumper hosts. They put them in the trick bag. So it's like when I went to the first host competition, I still have the note in my phone. It's probably 5 pages long, where I was talking about, if this comes up, this is the points I'm going to hit. If this comes up, these are the points. And if they get away from this, I'm going to wrap it back around to this point and hit them with these bullet points. So I had a bunch of things prepared. I do that for a lot of podcasts. I stopped doing it because I just felt like I started getting a groove. But Back on Fig was like, okay, let's sit down and strategize. They hit me with this, I'm going to hit them with this. They hit me with, I know they're going to bring up this, well, I'm going to bring this up. So it's like, you know, I'm strategizing for war. You know, I'm Pete Hegseth in the war room planning it up, I guess. You know,
well, you're coming at it like a presidential debate, realistically, bro. Like, this is, you know, you can't just call for backup, you know, when you're on live like that. And I respect that, bro. That invigorates me to go and analyze my podcast, because I do a weekly show with a bunch of my boys, musicians, podcasters, YouTubers, and you know, a lot of times people don't watch the game tape. You know, they think, oh, I did a good job, but no, man, you're right. We gotta look back on your shit.
Yeah, I try to do that. Sometimes it's like, it's so cringe listening to yourself talk. Sometimes I'm like, bro, shut up. Like, I'm talking about myself. Like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? But definitely, I think just having, like, I always tell people, like, bro,
notes.
You go into podcasts and you want to have like a joust. Like, I see Ricky do this, and I told him like a long time ago, like, bro, if you're going to go into a hip hop debate with Lush, you have to have the main point you're making and then have like 3 to 4, maybe 5 bullet points under that you're going to hit them. Okay, this is my statement. This is the stats I'm bringing up to support it. This is the facts I'm bringing up to support it. These are the opinions from other quality people that agree with me. You got to have all these, because then people are going to throw curveballs at you and you go, bam, I got a point for that one. Caught it. Caught a point for that one. Bam. And then you come off like I'm way smarter than I really am. I fucking almost flunked out of high school. People think I'm smart. It's just because I prep for fucking podcasts and they don't. I make sure I know every detail about the topics we're talking about. And then people are like, damn, Moose is so informed. Bro, I just read for 15 minutes before the podcast. It's not that deep. I'm not that intelligent. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys could do this too. Just put some effort in. You feel me? And then you'll come off like, damn, this fool knows everything. It's like, no, I just read for fucking 20 minutes before the pod and seeing what we're going to talk about today and kind of, you know, just collecting my thoughts and put them down.
I think it's also, you know, you have a very powerful, like, speaking voice. You have a deep voice. So when you are compared to the other people in the room, you know, sorry to bring you up again, Doughboy, but like when you, like, he's a very soft spoken, you know, he's he's still like very valuable to the podcast. But
For sure.
when you speak, and he speaks at the same time, you know, the audience is just automatically going to hear the deeper voice a little bit more, which makes you seem like a more like knowledgeable, you know, more justified person in any argument.
I never thought about that. Yeah, but I could see that for sure. I could see that. But yeah, then obviously the other thing was just Adam put me on. Adam was, you know, as much as T-Row showed me love, T-Row never put no money in my pocket. Adam is paying my bills. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm putting in the work to do that, but Adam's putting me on a fucking page with 5 million subscribers. Yes, I'm gonna go to him and make sure he's all good with everything I'm fucking doing, because I appreciate my guy. I don't want to ever glaze him, because nobody wants to see the host glaze in 22. I love to challenge him. I try to balance it of not like going out my way to pick fights with him, but if he says some crazy shit, I'm supposed to be the guy on No Jumper that pushes back. I see that Rios does it very well now, but we're kind of the two that are like, no, Adam, I think you're wrong, and bam, 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 this is why I think so. And we're the only ones I feel like that do it the best.
Yeah, I agree. I think Rios is a little bit too quiet. He could maybe like impose a joke instead of a serious ass fucking question every now and then. That's something that you do really well. You know, you have your serious takes and then you have your joke takes, and you could weave in between them pretty effortlessly and seamlessly. That's why I like watching the Monday show. It's a good combination of both serious and funny stuff.
I can see that for sure. Yeah, Rios is definitely like his mature fucking dad shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Definitely stoic, but he's also new. So like, I was super nervous when I was coming up there. He's probably just going to come into his shell and be more like comfortable with the hosts around him, where like with his homies, he's probably cracking way more jokes. You know what I'm saying? So,
oh yeah, on Community in the back pew, they used to have him on the pew.
Yeah.
The back fucking.
Yeah. Like, yeah, on the tall ass stool in the back and shit. Yeah, and he would be popping it. So we'll get that version of Rios, but right now he's kind of like are they going to stab me in my back? Like, let me keep my shield up. You know what I'm saying? And eventually he'll be like, no, everybody's chill. Let me bring it down and be myself. But I feel like the way that you describe me, that's like me taking the tutelage of like Lush, you know, as a baby Uno myself. That I see Lush be very good at that, but I'm just like a little closer to the other way. Lush is like more cracking jokes and serious, but balances it well. And I'm more serious than cracking jokes, but I balance it well. So we're kind of like the yin and the yang of the same type of thing.
Mm-hmm. I like that. We only got a couple more questions. I mean, if
it's all good. No rush. We rocking.
If you like this video, you're gonna love this one. Click here to keep watching.